set us up, and here with another episode on encryption for our NAS. This is part 3. We're going to encrypt an existing RAID. In this case, it's a RAID 5. This is a short video, not much to go over. It's going to be very similar to the video we just did on encrypting an LVM. So with that, let's get into our NAS and start the show. Okay, we're back in our NAS. I'm going to go ahead and log in as root here. And in this NAS, I've gone ahead and configured a RAID 5 array. Look at LS block. You can see I have SDC, D, and E, all part of a RAID 5 called MD0. And MD0 is mounted. You may be able to see it here. It's mounted on /NAS. Anyway, if we go to NAS, oh, it's not mounted. Hold on, let me fix that. No wonder you couldn't see it. All right. There we go. So NAS has a test file on it, and the test file has some test data in it. So now what we want to do is re-encrypt our RAID 5. It's going to be a similar operation to what we did before in the last video, and we're going to use a USB stick to contain the encryption header. And the USB stick is on SDA, and I know this because I can do a directory listen of dev disk by ID, and as you see at the bottom, the SDA is pointed to the USB stick. So what we need to do first is unmount NAS, and then we're going to run crypt setup -re-encrypt, which in the previous video we had downloaded this using yum install crypt setup -re-encrypt. So if you haven't seen the previous video, it might be advisable to watch it. Anyway, we'll do crypt setup re-encrypt, and the device we're going to be encrypting is dev MD0, which is our RAID array. It's new, and we're going to specify a header of dev SDA. We want a passphrase, so we'll put that in, and away we go. So we should get a progress here in a second. And as soon as we get the progress, there it is, I will speed up the video so we can get to the end. Okay, we finished. That took, as you can see, that took about 20 minutes. Your time may vary. Anyway, so we now have an encrypted drive, but we have to mount it, and we do that with crypt setup. The command is Luke's open, and we give it the device, which is in this case MD0, and we have to remember to give the header, which is on dev SDA, and we want to put it on NAS crypt as we've been doing. Should ask for passphrase. There we go. And if we're lucky, it opens. So we now have, let's do LS block. So we now have NAS crypt, as you can see, and let's mount dev mapper NAS crypt to NAS. We got a NAS. Whoops. There's our test file. It's intact. Crypt setup dev mapper. I'm sorry, we don't have to do that. NAS crypt. I'm sorry. Again, I think you have to do. Is it status? Yep. So it's active and in use. So there you have it. It's pretty easy to re-encrypt. I said it's a lot easier to do it this way and use a USB drive to put the header on. If you don't have a USB drive, then you have to resize the file system and give it room for the header, which is about 4 megabytes. And of course, you know, resizing a large file system can take time, possibly. And so I find this to be a lot easier, and plus, as I mentioned in the other video, there's some added advantages. So with that, I'll conclude this video. The next video, I think we will go over the ZFS file system, which is basically a combination of like the RAID and LVM. It's very interesting, and it might be something you want to look at using. So until then, I hope you have a good one, and take care. Like this video if you like it, and please subscribe and hit the bell, and we'll catch you later. Thanks.